So today I'm doing a sketchbook tour of my 13th Moleskine sketchbook. On the front I have some stickers by Gorks and on the back as well. So I always leave the first page blank because there's always pressure to not mess up, so I just skipped it. I won't talk about every piece, only the ones that I have something to say about, which is a lot of them, but we'll see. Anyway, this first piece is actually when I had art block, so the colour combination is a bit experimental. And then this is the first drawing that I did of my original character called Kevin. I didn't even plan for him to become an original character, but in the end his design grew on me and the hood that he wears is inspired by 1000. This was a recreation of one of my older OCs that I drew a few years ago. I'll show the older one too on screen, but at this point I still had art block, which is why I was redrawing my old art, and I think that's also a very good way to combat art block. This was a collab that I did with Rise Art. I'll show you the final collab that we did and I think it turned out really cool, and you should definitely check him out because he's a great artist. These few pages I actually don't like, but I'll show them anyway because you might want to see them. And it gives me more content, so. I think now we're back to the good ones. So this creeper with half TNT was when I was entering my yearly 2-week Minecraft phase. So I did like half a creeper in pixel art and then half TNT. You see on the left that I've got these like thumbnail sketches, which some of them turned into drawings, some of them did not, as you see. This is the drawing that I made of Jason from Friday the 13th for Halloween. So I tried to do a bit of a spooky colour combination with the purples and greens and oranges. The day that I'm filming this is actually Friday the 13th today, so yeah. This doodle here is probably one of my favourite doodles that I've ever done. I don't know why, but I just really like it. I like the colours and the composition and everything. This was also a character that I did for a collab, which I will show on screen as well. Here is the portrait that I did of my lizard, who is called Felix, and he has been seen in a few of my other videos, so yeah, this is my drawing of him. Also, the reason that he's called Felix is because he's kind of named after Felix from Stray Kids. Here is an unfinished drawing of Kevin. The reason why it's unfinished is because I hate drawing backgrounds, so yeah, running away from my artistic responsibilities. Here's another unfinished piece. The reason this one's unfinished is because it just wasn't going how I wanted it to. This was an experimental doodle which was inspired by this artist, and I don't know if I like the outcome or not, but it was definitely experimental, so yeah. Here is the wolf from Puss in Boots in my style. I think that character was really cool, so I just wanted to try and draw it myself in my own kind of style. Here is a spread of Miguel O'Hara from Across the Spider-Verse, which is actually a movie that I haven't gotten to see yet, but it's definitely very high on my watch list. But yeah, so I drew him like in his suit and then without his mask and then in the comic style. Here's an up-close portrait of Kevin where I simplified the details of his character a bit more, which I think just makes him look a bit better. This drawing of a dragon was when I used Ohuhu markers for the first time, which you can see in one of my previous videos. Here is a drawing of a girl that I did, which is something that I don't draw very often, but I think this one went really well and I like how all the folds in the clothes went, so I'm really happy with this character drawing. And then the final drawing of the sketchbook is this drawing of Luffy from One Piece in my style, and of course I did this after watching the One Piece live action. So yeah, that was my 13th sketchbook tour. I hope you liked it.